Hi there, this is Jonathan from Legacy Coaching, and in this short video we're going to talk about why stress negatively impacts your sleep. You see, when you get stressed, the only reason your brain gets stressed is it detects something life-threatening in your environment. If I'm standing here right now and a lioness jumps out at me from behind that wall, which by the way I don't expect here in suburban Sydney, but if a lioness jumps out from there, my brain goes into an automatic response, fight or flee, and says, right now I need to be more concerned about getting away from that than anything else. Everything else is a low priority, the highest priority is survival. Well, in that time, my brain goes into high alert to do all it can to fight or flee that lioness. You know, sleep comes when there's no threat. And so if you're living in a world where there's threats and there's stress and your brain's got a high alert going on, you've got adrenaline in your system, it won't switch off from being hyper vigilant about what's going on around you and what you need to do to survive. I was talking to somebody just today and they were in a place where they're saying, you know what, I only get about 4 hours sleep per night, and when I wake up I'm on high alert, my brain is ticking and I can't slow it down. And so we talked about what strategies can you put into place to try and minimize your stress and tell your brain that it's actually safe to sleep right now. If your brain doesn't think it's safe to sleep, if it thinks there's threats and stresses all around, it won't wind down, it won't switch off, it won't give you that peaceful, rested sleep. And you know that it's in your deepest sleep that your brain and your body heal and recover and replenish all of the stuff that you've used up during the day. So sleep is crucial, and high levels of stress negatively impact your sleep. Here's some tips, some things that you can do. Before you go to bed, just spend 5 minutes or 2 minutes even just grabbing a piece of paper and a pen and writing down the things that you learned from the day and the things that you need to put into action the next day. If you try and keep them in your head, your brain will continue to process them overnight. But if you stop and you just take a moment, you write them on a piece of paper, even if you throw it in the bin, your brain now has processed that information and it can pick it up the next day. Maybe talking to somebody, maybe spending 10 minutes before you go to bed just talking through what your day was, what you learned, what you could do better, and what you want to do the next day to improve. That's something you can do just before bed. What about the idea of turning off screens, turning down bright lights, turning off loud music, turning off TVs and those sorts of things? That helps your brain wind down and stop being in that alert phase all the time. These are just some tips, but it's really crucial. Low sleep or poor sleep is rife in our society. And what happens is when we're not getting enough sleep, we get more easily stressed the next day. So what I want to encourage you with, the take-home message from today, do some things that are going to help you get better sleep. Because if you get better sleep, you're going to be more rested the next day, not as worried about lions jumping out and things threatening you, and you're going to find that it's easier to rest, recover, replenish, and do the next day a whole lot better. Hope this has been helpful. Leave me a comment. Do you sleep well? Let me know. Do you have strategies that you put into place that you find if you do that you sleep better, and if you don't, you struggle? Leave a comment below and let me know. And if there's somebody that you know that's struggling with stress and struggling with sleep, share this with them. Hopefully it can be helpful. Have a great day. Bye.